Good night. Good night, Lube. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the raid earlier. Thank you for the quiz earlier. That was a lot of fun. It was rigged. I love that movie. I watched that movie a lot when I was a kid. It's one of the first VHSs I think I ever owned was Star Trek 4. Which one's that? The one with the whales. Oh yeah, that's the good one. I like that one. Yeah, so if we stay in one of the lower systems here. Star Trek is asking at Ops 49, can you solo the new Armada? You're talking about the wave defenses? Definitely can't solo these. There's just too many targets. So let's see what we can do. Can we get into some trouble here? Let's hit the old joint. Oh, reached its limit. So there's already everybody in there and they're about to start. What about here? Reached its limit. How about this one? All right, so I hit join. It pops me into the system. I can see that there's 5 ships in there already. I'm going to join with my second ship. So now both my ships are in. So you look at the top here, it says there's 5 of 5 players. I have 2 of 2 of my ships in here. The countdown timer is at 3 minutes. It's a 10-minute timer from when the person starts it. Once, everybody should move out kind of towards the borders a little bit, kind of indicating you're worried. The person who is the leader, once it's full, I believe they can start it early. There's like a start now button. Let's just see what we got here. So I got a level 46 player who brought a Pilum and a Valdor, it looks like. There's a 53 who's got a Coronar and a Talios. I brought Voyager and my Talios. And that guy's got what looks to be, yeah. If I don't like the looks of the group, I can hit the leave button. And that'll get me out of here, and then they can wait and try and find somebody else to help them. But we're going to stick with it for now and see how it goes. Literally the date he announced it, Star Trek 4 was on TV. Ah, nice. Yeah, everybody has to pay. It's 100 tokens per person. It's not like, somebody's starting it and they're contributing the tokens and they're the only ones paying, and anybody can join their group. Everybody annies up, puts 100 tokens in order to get it going. If you're not in, when you leave, it kicks you out of the system. You can't see what's going on. Somebody else can then take in and take your slot. Once the event is over, see, like these guys are all coming in from the sides now. Once the event is over, it kicks everybody out of the system. So you can't just camp in a system and screw things up for other players all day, which was something that DJ was worried about this morning. It was like, well, what if you just hang out and just, ruin everybody else's fun time? Like, you can't really do that. Nope, nope, nope. What's going on? See, we're lagging. And these players are AFK. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it when people just disappear. I don't know who's messaging me in the middle of a takeover, but I'm a little busy. You can camp out in a system until they run an actual event, yes. I don't see how you would do it afterwards, though, because it's supposed to kick everybody out. All right, so now we did it. We got them all. We killed the first wave. Everybody kind of redeploy and spread back out because the next wave's going to be coming in a second. And again, they are coming from the similar spots on the map. But now you've got this little guy sneaking in here. And as you can see, the mining ships, while they are very weak and easy to kill, they do move faster. So you got to go chase them down. Come on, man, what you guys doing? Let's go. And obviously picking and choosing your targets and hitting the ones, you know, obviously closer to the thing is going to make yourself a little more successful. Whoops, wrong ship. Oh, looks like that one killed somebody. And if you're unsuccessful, and here comes the next wave again. Just rolls right into wave after wave after wave. So this is, you don't even have a second to breathe. Definitely don't have time to go pee or anything in between. It's like Space Invaders. They just keep falling out of the sky, right? I don't know. How many old video game references can I make tonight? Yeah, you can actively, you know, screw with people to camp things and you know, mess up their event. But you have to actively be doing it. You can't just AFK in a system all day and be a jerk. It's kind of the point I was trying to make earlier. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. Ah, see, now we're getting overrun here. There's too many of them. See, now they're starting to hit it. Now I'm stuck in combat. That's awesome. Love being stuck in combat in the middle of a stupid event. Luckily, you know, if a couple of them do hit the target, it's not like it's the end of the world. Let's see if I change screens, if that'll actually help. There we go. And again, hence why I was saying earlier that speed does kind of matter, because some of these things do move pretty quickly. And now as people get their ships destroyed and stuff as well, that's also going to make things more difficult. But this is effectively at least the framework, so you guys can get an idea and try and develop any strategies or planning. You know, if you were in a voice chat, you'd be calling out like, hey, we need help at 9 o'clock or whatever. Or, damn it, Jim, get off your ass and kill some stuff. Like, somebody here either left or had some ships destroyed or something. And every time one gets there, it does damage to the station until eventually the whole thing gets blown up. Much like the old tower defense games, if any of you played any of those. Well, we finished another wave. This wave is probably going to kill us. I don't see how we're going to kill this one. And the targets, obviously, you know, the levels get bigger. And the number of guys in each wave tends to get a little bit bigger too. So we're not going to get this one. There's no way. Oh, crap. Note to self next time, put ship A on the left and put ship B on the right side of the screen, just so I don't keep messing up, flipping back and forth. I think that's at least once or twice now that I've sent one ship to the other side of the system. But now here come all these guys from the bottom, and they're going to blow the thing up, and we're going to lose. Pew, pew, kaboom. It's over. We get kicked out. There's the big ending. Now it comes up. We finished 4 of the 10 waves, so now it gives me my 705 credits for finishing that. For finishing the waves, I also get points toward my Wave Defense Battle Pass, because there are these wave defense events going on right now. You've got a solo leaderboard, which gives you points for every different defense you clear and every hostile you defeat. And if you actually spend your credits, you also get points. This is another way to get additional event store currency. There's an ALB as well. Same scoring system, getting additional event store currency. And then there is an SMS, which also pays out event store currency. Then you also have in your season pass, we talked about this at the beginning of the show, we have the new Wave Defense Battle Pass, which gives out Sloan shards, which greatly help, as well as ciphers. Ciphers are what you use. These are your Armada tokens for doing wave defenses. You need 100 to do every thing, each one you want to run. There is a limit of what you can hold naturally of 1,000, which is what you get down here in your Section 31 store. Section 31 ciphers, max 1,000. Claim them here every day. Just like the Bajoran store and things like that with your amplifiers, like there's a daily claim. If you're over your limit, it gives you 1. If you're under your limit, it gives you enough to do 1 usage. So you'll get 1 free 100 ciphers, and then if you're over your limit, you'll get 1 more. So you can run these things, that'll get you the additional currency, and then you can eventually convert some of these credits into all this other stuff once you get your rep up high enough. So that's how that whole new thing works. And my pen stopped working. Stuck in combat. Issue happens when you fight something that reaches the center of the system. Yeah, that would really suck there. Let's go back up and see what I missed while I was doing that, because I obviously can't look at chat while I'm looking at what's going on there. Game crashed 5 times in 5 minutes. Game crashed. You know, I did hear somebody saying in my Alliance chat earlier today that because of some of the updates they've run the last couple of months, it's recommending a higher RAM level now in order to play the game. So depending on what RAM your phone or tablet or whatever has, like they were saying it used to be like a 1 gigabyte of RAM recommended for playing the game, and now it seems like the recommendation has changed to 2 gigabytes of RAM. So depending on, you might say, I've got a brand new device. Yes, but what model version do you have of your brand new device? How much RAM does it have available? I don't know if that's having anything to do with people who are having issues with constant crashing. That might be causing some problems for people with the game, is if they have a device that just doesn't have the RAM capacity. I don't know if any of that's true. That's what I heard somebody talking about, and it seemed like an interesting theory that I'm going to pass along to all of you. And if you guys, if we can sort of group source some data on that, maybe we can find out that, yeah, that's a problem, and that's why a lot of people are having issues. And Scopely has upgraded the game too much now to where a portion of their player base can't play it anymore. Because I highly doubt all of you are going to be like, oh man, I need more RAM so I can play Star Trek Fleet Command. I better go get a new iPhone. I don't think that's going to happen. If you're playing on PC, maybe you might spend $50 and get a new RAM chip to make your computer a little faster. But I highly doubt people are going to go out and buy new smartphones so they have more RAM available to play, or a better tablet, or whatever the case may be. So, all right. Rogue alliances have all claimed each of the systems. They're going in first, claiming a system, or joining and then just doing nothing. Yes, obviously you can keep doing that, but you have to actively grief people, right? You can't just put a ship in there and just camp it, and then people run it and then they fail because there's only 4 people, and then you just sit in there all day and do it again. Like, either eventually, one, you're going to run out of currency and tokens because you've used all yours from joining, um, or two, you're going to have to keep putting your ship back in there every time, I guess. I'm sure there's a way around it, and people who really want to be trolls will always find a way to ruin a good time for everybody else. So, no doubt about that. Missile Command, there you go. That's kind of the old game, sure. Don't you hear the music ramping up with each wave like an old Atari's game? Yes. It. I keep waiting for the. Yes. This definitely feels like an old 80s video game, which I'm sure half the people at Scopely weren't even alive when those were a thing. But they talk about them all the time, like, oh man, that was such a vintage game. And it's like, that's my childhood. Yeah. You're playing on modern technology. Like, you ever play with a controller that doesn't move left because your Atari controller's broken? Like, yeah. Or you've hit the button to shoot so many times that it doesn't work anymore, and you have to, you're hammering it with your hammer fist in it to make it actually shoot.